Now, what are your goals, really? I mean, really you just have one goal, right? And that is to make the sale and to close. So you could say, well, there's actually just one goal, and that's right. But in order to make this sale, what you might want to do is you want to have a solid appointment. So instead of just being on the call with somebody that you don't know what's going on right now, what are they doing, you actually want to make some time for them in the schedule. So you actually want to get an appointment. Now, in order to get the appointment, what will you have to do? You first have to, during the call, get a massive intelligence about them to really find out what it is, that you can help them solve with. Because otherwise you're one of those salespeople who just talking about their features and their solution, but you don't actually know if there's a problem that you can solve. And in order to do that, you want to have rapport. Again, we just talked about rapport. You want to have rapport. You want to build it the whole time. Don't worry too much about it, because the time when you're really building rapport the most is when you are listening. And it's so much easier, you don't have to think of so many different things. Build rapport when you're listening. That's more than fine for the beginning. Now that's the goals. What about the actual process? How does such a cold call, go from A, which is really you're picking up the phone, to Z, which is you have an appointment, a solid appointment, and that you can then make your sales presentation. Okay, so the process is very simplified, just as it was in school. Whenever you were probably writing, a text, they always told you there's an introduction, there's a main part, and there's a conclusion. Well, guess what? To make it easy, this is exactly the same process that we follow here. Now, what is it that we have in the introduction and in the main part and in the conclusion? Well, in the introduction, you want to greet, of course, but then you want to be interesting. So you basically want to make a big claim of what your product can do. And I'm gonna give you an exact word track of what you can use for such a big claim. And you want to drop hooks about, how you've helped the competition. Hooks can be something, how successful your company has been, any awards. You want to be interesting so that they can be interested. And then you have to, and that's very important, you don't just ramble on. And that's, again, the biggest mistake that most salespeople are making. They never stop from this. The only thing is, they stay in this mindset. But instead, you want to take a step back. And in the main part, you want to be interested in them. And the main part is really about finding out, things about them, qualifying them. It's called qualifying. It's called, gathering intelligence. And you want to build this rapport. Again, active listening, very important in this space. And finally, in the conclusion, you actually want to close on a future appointment. In one of the next segments, I'm going to show you exactly how to do all of these.